Alright, today I'm going to take a proactive call. I've just learned that John Hinckle is being released from the hospital where he's spent quite a bit of time. Let's see. Yeah, he spent 35 years there after making an assassination attempt against Ronald Reagan. I know for a fact he was a CIA assassin, groomed as a Manchurian candidate in a possible attempt by the CIA to put their man in power, which was George H.W. Bush, who, before he was vice president under Reagan from 1979 to 80 under Carter, was the director of Central Intelligence. Now, Wiki and other sources have been re-edited saying that GHW was the DCI under Ford from 76 to 77. But I think some of the edits that were done retroactively may be trying to cover up a conspiracy that John Hinckle has been mind-controlled by the CIA to kill Reagan in an attempt to put their man in power. So, I'm going to commence this proactive citizenship call with a call to the United States Secret Service in Washington, D.C. That number is 1-202-406-5... 1-202-406-5708. It's 11:14 Eastern Time. Let's see what kind of information they can give me.
Public Affairs.
Yes, sir. I was wondering if you might be able to direct me to where I might be able to speak with somebody about a possible threat to Renegade.
Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Waterville, Maine.
Okay. Yeah, let me give you a phone number. It's 202.
1 second. 202
406
406
5000.
5000. Thank you. Have a good day, sir. One 202-406-5000.
Secret Service.
Yes, sir. I wanted to call about an analytical threat that I've detected against Renegade.
Okay. Is it something you can send in an email?
No, it's more of an analysis of something that's happened that affects Renegade, aka Barack Obama.
Okay, and you cannot put this in an email?
No, sir. I'd prefer not to. I'd rather. I don't like talking to machines, and I don't like email correspondence because it's too easily filed in File 13. I'd rather talk with a human being. No offense, man. I mean, you seem pretty
All right,
human.
what's your name?
My name's Daniel Gruver.
Can you spell your last name?
Yes, it's Grover. B as in Victor.
And do you have a date of birth?
Yes, it's April 3rd, 1974.
Okay, and is this the best number to reach you at?
The best number to reach me at would be either 206 or 207-616-0681.
And a physical address.
My physical address is
You said apartment number 2?
correct.
Okay.
Keep in mind that this is not a threat coming from me. I'm just giving you an analysis of a potential threat against Renegade. And I just wanted to pass this information to you just, so you could pass it on to the appropriate people.
Okay.
I have reason to believe through my various research and studies that John Hinkley is not just a regular Joe. I believe he was involved with the CIA's Monarch mind control program. Monarch is still classified. There's not a lot of information on the Monarch program, but I believe, there's two disconcisions with history that seem to support this. From 1979 to 1980, George Herbert Walker Bush was the director of Central Intelligence appointed under Carter. Now, if you look at the history books and the official internet records, it now says that he was the DCI under Ford from 76 to 77. Now, it's my understanding that as the Director of Central Intelligence from 79 to 80, he was then Vice President for 8 years under Reagan. And it is my belief that the CIA had a kind of a concocted plan to use Hinkley in a way to assassinate Reagan to get their man as the top guy in the United States office, to get him in the presidency. Of course, with a lot of CIA operations, it ended up getting botched. And I believe that it would be a grave mistake to have Hinkley released from the hospital, even under supervision, because a lot of times with these mind control programs, which involve hypnosis and drugs, there's often keywords. And more than likely, the programming that they put him under and subjected him under involves some type of keyword activation. And the target of the keyword is most likely just the President of the United States. So if Hinkley were to be released, and then some idiot in the CIA or somebody in the know were to activate these keywords, for example, one overly used example of the Monarch mind control programming is if you show somebody a deck of all aces, that might trigger their programming, and then they'll go into their hypnotic programming.
Okay. All right. Well,
I mean, this sounds far-fetched, but it's Casper in action. If you have any questions, you might want to talk with Investigator John DeVoe. His number is 1-888-491-0042, extension 130. And, sir?
Yeah, who's he with?
The Central Intelligence Agency. He's
Okay.
Investigator John DeVoe.
Okay. Let me give him a call, and if we need anything, we'll call you back. I appreciate it.
I just thought I'd give you guys a tip because I don't really think it would be in your best interest to release Hinkley from confinement. Because as I said, this programming he may be under could be triggered, and more than likely the target is simply anybody who is the President of the United States.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
So apparently, Alex Jones wants to further investigate this issue. So we're going to contact the Casper in Action for a double whammy CIA Secret Service call. So now we're going to call 1-703-482-0623. Keep in mind this call is unedited and live except for the part where I paused. So... apparently, these guys aren't even answering their phone. So, let's try it. Mickey Finn, let's call him from a cell phone. Alright, sorry for the delay. Let's call these knuckleheads from a different phone and see if they just pick up and hang up.
CIA, may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to pass on some information that may affect the safety of John Brennan.
Well, what is it, sir?
I have some information that there may be somebody that's trying to hurt him.
How did you get the information?
It's kind of a very long story, but I do respect that Mr. Brennan would probably want this information collected since it involves his life. My name is Dan Groover.
What is your last name?
Groover, Groover, V as in Victor.
And have you called before?
I called about 2 weeks ago to speak with Mr. DeVoe about something different.
Hold on, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could pass some information to you that may affect the security of DCI Brennan and Mr. Obama.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name's Dan Groover. I believe I spoke with you probably about 7 days ago about a different issue. I'm just trying to report some information to public affairs so they can handle it properly. I was wondering, may I get your name, sir?
This is John Helms.
Okay, John Helms. You used to be the director of the CIA in 70. Wait, is that Senator Helms?
No.
Oh, your name's
John
really
Helms.
John Helms?
Sean Helms.
Oh, Sean Helms. I thought you said John Helms. Wasn't there a senator named John Helms in the 70s? The Helms Commission that shut down the Sidney Gottlieb MK Ultra program from the 50s?
Probably, sir. I mean, there's a lot of common name people there.
Yeah.
You know?
I just had some intel to pass on to you that I think may affect the safety and security of Mr. Obama and DCI Brennan. It's my understanding that George H.W. Bush was the director of Central Intelligence by memory from 1979 to 80, appointed under Carter. But if you look in the official records of the internet that's been edited, he's now the DCI from 76 to 77 under Ford. And I believe this discontinuity in reality is caused by the fact that from 79 to 80, he was the DCI, George H.W. Bush, old-ass Bush. And he was vice president under Reagan. And as vice president under Reagan, I believe that there may have been some OSS activity, the Office of Special Services, that mind-controlled somebody using monarch programming and hypnosis and possibly the use of drugs to try and assassinate Reagan so that they could get Bush into office. And it's my understanding that that person, Hinckle, may be released under supervision after being hospitalized for 35 years. And I would like to point out that even if this guy Hinckle has been in a hospital for 35 years, if he's subject to mind control programming and hypnotic redirection as well as drugs that may have put like subliminal triggers in his mind. If somebody that knows what those triggers are, that has access to the files that have probably been destroyed by now, says those triggers to him, there's no telling who he'll probably kill or try to kill. You see what I'm saying? In other words, if he's a victim of mind control, which is being covered up by any number of agencies in under this scenario, which is being backed up by the fact that GHW is no longer officially the DCI from 79 to 80. Now he's 76 to 77 under Ford. I think it would behoove the government to not release Mr. Hinckle, because should somebody activate whatever trigger is in his mind to go after whatever target, it might be a generic target like the President of the United States, or he could end up turning on his handlers and going after the CIA and going after Brennan.
Okay, so how can I help you with this?
Oh, I don't need any help. I was just passing it on to you, Mr. Helms.
Okay. Have you contacted us before? You said you did, right?
Yeah, I think I talked to you about a different issue, and I had a small complaint I wanted to file. Whoever answers the phones isn't very professional, because sometimes I call, and I don't call very frequently. I might call once in a blue moon. Sometimes I call, and they just pick up the phone and hang up without saying anything.
Okay.
And I would say that that's fairly unprofessional, the secretary answering the phones.
Okay, I'll make sure to make that notification. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying it doesn't put forth a very professional, demeanor, and it doesn't look too professional. Another thing I wanted to point out, Mr. Holmes, is real quick before we got off the phone, is something that's broken on your website, cia.gov. If you go to the main landing page that's index.html, and then go to the offices of the CIA, Public Affairs, and then click on that, if you scroll down to public communications, distributing publications is a hyperlinked, the word publications, and if you click on it, it goes to 404 not found. So, that's another example of, how you guys are supposed to be projecting a professional demeanor and professional outlook. And, having broken links on your site and a secretary that hangs up on the people that call without answering up, it seemed to me that she just doesn't want to do her job and answer the phones. So, that's just my 2 cents.
Okay. Well, thank you for making that notification, sir. And is there anything else I can help you with?
I just wanted to say, basically, I appreciate you taking the time to listen to my call.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay, sir. Well, I hope you have a pleasant day, okay?
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.